Hello, everyone. It's Jimmy Nguyen, founding president of Bitcoin Association, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2021 Bitcoin SV DevCon, the developer conference that we host to help educate developers across the world of all experience levels about the power of building on the BSV blockchain.
The tooling ecosystem in Bitcoin SV is always growing. There's always something that's still missing that would just make life a little bit easier if it was there, but perhaps that's even a gap that some of you can fill.
So the Bitcoin SV Academy really came about after a few conversations between myself and the program manager, Raylene, and really just about what we wanted to build in terms of a resource. And once we looked at it, it really came about that what we needed was a system that we would have to deliver over multiple years and with multiple streams and multiple levels of courses.
When the sender, which holds the public key A, need to send their message to public key B, then public key A, the sender, will query the service provider, which might be a miner using their miner ID, or they may be service providers. They have their non-public keys.
First of all, the BSV library, which is dependency of universe, so we need that. And then we're loading the universe library itself. When we do that, it's attaching a universe object to the global scope.
So if we want to create a data transaction, the first question is, how do we create a transaction? So how can we create ledger entries in Bitcoin? So before talking about data, we will talk over the transaction format, we will inspect a transaction in JSON, we will briefly discuss Bitcoin scripts, and we will also create a transaction using the Bitcoin client.
And at that time, everyone was just running their own node like it was a normal thing. And but then everyone realized that we can't keep this up and we need to do things properly with SPV because users don't need to run a node and they shouldn't have to validate every single transaction on the planet.
There's a difference between changing the protocol where suddenly it doesn't work without changing the software. If you have to go around and make everyone upgrade and change their SPV client, then that's a no-no. If SPV keeps working, then that's your first test.